These are two questions from some of our younger viewers, and I love to have them. One is just about how rural Alaska is a unique place. I always call it the heart and soul of our state, not just unique. It is Alaska. And it says, what have you done in your career to better develop the understanding of what rural Alaska represents? Well, let me talk a little bit about that. First of all, as I mentioned, as your senator, I get out to the communities as frequently as possible, literally visiting dozens, and importantly, bring people out, like the Attorney General, who then see things and want to help us. Some of you know I brought the Secretary of Education, the Secretary of Defense, many of these senior officials, and of course, other senators. But in my own background, when I was the Attorney General of the United States, when I was Attorney General of Alaska, I headed the governor's rural sub-cabinet. That was leading cabinet officials from the state government to go to all the different rural communities. This is where I became impassioned about issues like water and sewer, like our Alaska Native veterans, like domestic violence and sexual assault, and launching the Choose Respect campaign, and the issue of public safety, and that every community who wants one should have a public safety officer. I had those convictions before I became your senator, and I brought those to the Senate because I feel very, very passionate about these. But perhaps most importantly, from my perspective, understanding rural communities, our Alaska Native culture and heritage is just through my own family. I am a very blessed man. I married a wonderful Athabascan woman from the interior, my wife Julie. Some of you may have heard of my mother-in-law, who unfortunately just recently passed away, Mary Jane Fate, who was a real strong interior elder. She grew up in Rampart on the Yukon River, and that culture and heritage that is part of my family's background. We have a fish camp up on the Yukon River near Rampart that my family and I have been fishing. They've been fishing forever, time immemorial. I've been going up there for 25 years. It's just embedded in my family, and it's something that I respect and have grown to love. And maybe that's the most important thing in terms of respect that I bring to the culture and understanding of rural Alaska. The second question, of course, several people from some of the coastal villages, communities, some of the young people came and visited my office. We had a blast. These young Alaskans were great, and I definitely told them I hire interns. I hire great interns. I hire interns from all over the state. They come, I work them hard, beware, but they learn a lot, they have a great time. So if you're interested, please, as I told these young leaders, apply for an internship in my office. We'd be glad to look at it. We'd be glad to hire you. You can learn a lot about DC, you can have a lot of fun, and you'll learn a lot about Alaska issues, because that's all we do. The second question related to that is the issue of applying for a Service Academy nomination to the Coast Guard Academy or the Naval Academy or the West Point or the Air Force Academy. So please, if you're interested, reach out to my office in Anchorage. As I mentioned, Alaska has more veterans per capita than any state in the country. Some of you might know I'm a colonel in the Marines. I'm still serving. I've been in the Marines for 26 years. Alaska Natives serve at higher rates in the military than any other ethnic group in the country. So we have double special patriotism in our state. So if you're interested in applying for a nomination to one of the service academies, reach out to my office in Anchorage. We can provide the additional information. We put together a team of interviewers, and then we try, and I try personally, to get all the Alaskans who are interested placed and accepted into these service academies. It's a great education. It's a great opportunity, and I am very passionate about helping as many Alaskans, especially our Alaska Native community, to apply to these service academies, get nominations, and serve your country. So we want to help as much as we can. These are great questions. Come be our intern. Apply for the service academies. Your senator and my team will definitely help you with that.